Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, even though we're not fighting. Because we can't beat these enemies. We have failed at the game. We have lost. And we have also been cursed by the God King, or something or other, who is mean, and apparently was hiding behind the... It's basically, you defeated the end boss. Well, get ready for the real end boss situation, which is a bit of a thing. The game also pulled off two, not one, but two. Ooh, nice. We're not so different, you and I, last episode. And also, I'm pretty sure Amory died. I'm not, I have no idea where she is. Oh, certainly I have no idea where she was. Because she probably was in the first world, but we'll see. I don't think we have access to... Yeah, we don't have access to what characters exist. So there's a lot of people crying and very upset about this turn of events. The turn of events being that they're probably dying. That's what's happening. An old druid stands there, swaying a little and mumbling to himself. He looks up at you, and you don't see any gleam of intelligence in his eyes. Which is a thing that it exists. Why did you disobey? Why did you disobey me? This is the shadow of Nugra. I don't know who that is. You didn't die. Have you forgotten the rules? Get out of my way, and I won't hurt you. The old man laughs madly. You speak when I say. You do as I say. Disobedience leads to punishment. It really does not. I don't know what that was. Ooh, we got a monkey over there. What are we seeing? The game is auto-pausing a lot. Is it the monkey? That's a big monkey. We got Locket of Magic Missiles. When the wearer of this locket casts magic missile, it becomes quickened and empowered. That's pretty interesting, honestly. Yeah, I don't know what this sound is. Unbending Valor. +4. Cold Iron. Pretty nice. Battle Axe, unfortunately. Oh, this is the noise. Hey, the storyteller is back there. Hurry up! Get out of the city! It's safe outside! Woe is me! I didn't get a chance to pack. Hurry, girls! Let's hide and wait for the queen. She'll drive away this pestilence. Are we supposed to go? I'm not sure. Your Highness, everyone who could be saved has left the city. We should follow them. Yes? Is this the... Yes, let's leave the... why are they leaving the city, though? Like, I'm not 100% sure why that would be. So, our kingdom has been transferred to the other world. They have a name for it, but it's to the other world. So that would mean that outside is just parts of the other world. The storyteller bows to you gracefully, as if he hadn't just stepped out of a battle a moment ago. I'm glad you are all right, Your Highness. Alas, we are short of time. You must act quickly to save your kingdom and yourself from the world's merger. Capital W, capital M. I saw it written, don't worry. That's what we have named... Oh, right, he's explaining why it's capitalized. That's what we have named the catastrophe that has befallen us. There are two obstacles that may stand in your way. First, your advisors and subjects are now in various regions across the kingdom, and almost all are under attack by shadows. The power of any land lies in the brave souls that inhabit it. Save them, and you will save yourself. Second, while the world's murder is tormenting the kingdom, you will not be able to rest and restore your spells in the normal way. This seems a special gift from the Lantern King, to let you fight for your life, but make it so that fighting leads inevitably to exhaustion and death. But I can guard you from this for a short time. Come to me if you need rest. But be careful, that takes time, and time is not on your side. I sense you have about 20 days. That is as long as your kingdom can withstand the onslaught of the first world. That's the name I was trying to say before. Believe me, this is a generous amount of time considering the affliction we face. Storyteller, I have literally lost at the game. This is officially an unbeatable game for me, and all this is no stakes. Just wow. Just wow. Without Amory, by the way. We don't have Amory. Is there a way for me, or is there a way to free my followers from the Lantern King's curse? Then, and oh yeah, I also have the curse. The nature of curses is mysterious, Your Highness. I know many stories about them, with happy and unhappy endings, and I can propose the following. To overcome a curse, you must harness it. The Lantern King would have you perish with your kingdom, and he has made real that imaginary bond between the land and its ruler, which poets and bards like to talk about so much. But that means that by protecting the kingdom from the world's merger, you will also protect yourself. I think that is the first thing that must be done. I'm not sure what you're talking about, storyteller, but sure, whatever. How do you know so much, even though he doesn't know anything? Who are you, storyteller? He's the storyteller. What do you mean, who are you? Ah, I am James F. Butwick. That's who I am. I can tell you now my true name, he says. He doesn't say this, but I'm just sort of making fun, because it's like, what is he going to say? I'm Tartuccio! That would be a comeuppance, but he's not, obviously, because that would make no sense. He says, I don't know. The crucial knowledge that just appeared in my mind as though someone whispered it into my ear. Yesterday I had no idea I was capable of wielding such powerful magics or holding such vast knowledge, and look at me now. One might assume this was due to the experience I acquired while living through my stories, but I doubt that. I even doubt now whether I am an elf or somebody, perhaps something else. However, this mystery is not important just now. We will deal with it after we save your kingdom. This is the game setting up a big reveal of him being somebody else, which is completely irrelevant. It does not matter who he is. Because, it doesn't make the story any better. It's not like, I really like that story because the storyteller was, I don't know, Jesus all along. That's just, who cares? Just like, it doesn't matter. It's about what they do, and it sort of smacks of Deus Ex Machina, really, because he's all of a sudden very conveniently has super powerful spells, which they didn't need to exist. They didn't have to have super powerful spells, but whatever. So what happened to my advisors and subjects? Everyone has found it difficult, especially in the hours after the world's merger began. Those who could keep their sanity and escape are now either hiding or surviving and helping others. Jodkavken gathered the remains of the Capital Guard and set off to Oleg's trading post to help hold back the shadows that escaped from the cup. Tsana went to Lamashtu's shrine to honor her cruel goddess and seek protection for herself and her pack. Magar Varn must be preparing a final stand at Varnhold. The city is in dire plight. That's not a sentence. Period dash. An army led by Vordakai's own shadow is besieging it. Your neighbors from Brevoy received words of the woes besetting your kingdom and went to the border. The world's murder found them as they passed the Flint Rock grassland. They were waylaid by an army of shadows. I can only guess what is happening there now, even though he doesn't tell me what he guesses. Some of the citizens were captured by the moment Irovetti's shadow emerged from the cup. Of course, Irovetti. They say he arrived as if to one of his glamorous receptions, gave a flowery speech, and departed for Pitax and to restore what he had lost. Your governor is probably having a hard time right now. I also heard that a beautiful Nereid was captured by a shadow, period dash. It would appear that Evindra is in the hands of her tormentor once more. And what's happening to my kingdom? The first world is rapidly penetrating the very essence of this world, changing everything at its whim, and this process will soon become irreversible. As I mentioned, after the world's merger, everything went mad here, even time and the laws of nature. The greatest danger to you is that the borders of the world of dreams have been destroyed. The visions of the past have become real, and you cannot sleep anymore. This is a part of the curse, and one of the most dangerous consequences of your connection to your kingdom. I still don't understand what you're talking about with that connection, but sure. What can you tell me about the Lantern King? He is the eldest of laughter, mischief, and transformation, the most unpredictable creature of the unpredictable first world. You will never guess what stands behind his actions. An evil prank might lead to a great good, and a virtuous gift to a terrible tragedy. As far as I can he just says that in the middle of the dialogue, really, because that's not connected to what he said before. As far as I can judge by the stories I have heard, the Lantern King is not an evil creature, but each... Yes, and Narisa was. Good job. Good job. But each deity has its role in the structure of the world. Laughter, mischief, and transformation is a strange and powerful mixture, and one can only guess how it will affect this fate or that. So what forces do I have now? Of course, you can always count on my help and help your companions and fellow travelers. I'm ready for the final battle. Let's march. Your Highness, I sense the Lantern King's curse still lingers over you. The enemy has a sword to your throat, and with a single move can end your life. Yet he waits for now, enjoying his performance. Beware, he will use the curse to his advantage as soon as he senses danger. You should lift the effects of the Lantern King's curse, without the D over there, by gathering your allies and restoring your kingdom, before you move to challenge him directly. So that's what you meant, you old goose. That's what he meant. Oh, we can't open that? No, we can. What is that? It's our old chest. Good. He's silly. A familiar fae gives you a broad and innocent smile. Have I told you how much I admire you? Well, I do. You are... Well, I have now. You are followed by catastrophe and trouble everywhere you go. And where there is catastrophe and trouble, there is profits. Ha 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 ha! Which means you sell things. Let me sell you all my things. And, sort by price descending. It's just +5s. I mean, good +5s. Bow of the True World. Good. Gimme. I mean, we're not gonna fight. But at least I have a bow. Date. Wait, I already had a +5. No, it's a 2. Wow, it's a rubbish 2. My god. Oh, no. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. I do attack fewer times, but I have better hit chance, so it's better. And that has Fey Bane, which is interesting. Again, we're not gonna need it. Anoriel, what's up? Some mess you got yourself into. How can I help you? Won't be easy to gather fighters in these circumstances, but I'll try. Just give the word. I will give the word to somebody else. Jethal, what's up? Such troubles harden the strong and rid the world of weaklings. I welcome this, she says. Yeah, Amory is gone, as far as I can tell. Valerie's here. She is gone. Man, ruthless game. Absolutely ruthless. Not only is it impossible to beat, but it also ate my companion along with all of her equipment. It's a good thing we don't need fighting. It's a really good thing. Harim, what's up? I see chaos and desolation, but there is no truth in this. There is no humility, only useless clamor. You're just saying words at this point, honestly. I have no idea what that meant. What that means. Rogonkar is here. Octavia is here as well. Arsino is here. How can I help you? Well, I guess that's that. And we have a portal. What does this mean? I wonder. Leave. Oh. Traveling through a kingdom that has been half swallowed, air quotes, by the first world is a dangerous, unpredictable affair, but our heroine didn't have much choice. She had to save her lands, or at least what was left of them, as quickly as possible. In the final hour, when every minute counted, even though she had 20 days, Gilladel decided the only chance was to try something risky and unreliable. Magic portals leading through the first world. Sadly, the victorious Lantern King's curse placed a heavy burden on our leader's shoulders, and yet, even barely standing, Gilladel wouldn't abandon her duty. Summoning all of her courage, Gilladel took a daring step to Oleg's trading post. This time, the journey through the first world was not a pleasant one. Trudging through a huge trench filled with enormous Leonhorn bones is no laughing matter. In another time and place, we would probably have explored this strange boneyard to find out who or what created it. But with the fate of the stolen lands on the line, our heroine suppressed her curiosity and hurried through the portal, or through the next portal, to help her kingdom. And we're taking the team that we can. So the reason why the game gives us all those new characters is because you might reach the end of the game without finishing any of your companions' quests. By the way, I finished Amarie's quest. She's dead because of... I just didn't find where she was. So that's the reason why. Because if you don't finish any of the companions' quests, you're basically doomed and can't finish the game. Which I feel is completely misguided, considering that you can't finish the game anyway. So instead of giving me extra companions, the game should have given me proper items. Huh. We have guards over here. Look, look, says that guard. The queen's alive, I told you. And we have Jod. I'm so glad you have returned. A land without a queen is a house without a roof. Oh, that's Svetlana. I forgot her voice. Jod. The exhausted defenders of the trading post shout with relief, recognizing you. Your Highness, at last. Jod is obviously glad to see you, but assumes a stern look. They're running wild here without you. I tried to talk sense into them, but it's exhausting. Some scatter, others try to act like heroes. There's no order at all. What's going on here? Everything is worse than it might seem, Your Highness. Bandits are preparing to raid us, just like the good old times. To hell with them. If only they were ordinary bandits, but no, it's evil spirits coming from the mist, and then fading away like mist when you kill them. There hasn't been a single day without an attack. I'm here to help. Whoever's attacking you, they're as good as dead. Without a doubt, says Jod. Speaking of which, there they are, Your Highness. It's all right. It should be all one word. It's not the first time we have faced wrongdoers. The shadows they're coming!
If it isn't my greatest mistake. I was sitting in my fortress and drinking, when I should have come here and burned the damn trading post to the ground, along with everyone inside, on the very day you appeared in the stolen lands.
Nah, that wouldn't have worked. Because I probably... Ooh. Oh. There's... Of course they spawn behind us. Of course they spawn behind us. Of course they do. The game just can't help it. Anyway, what were you saying, Jod? I'm sorry, we got cut off. Oleg, it's Oleg, catches his breath. Guess we have fought them off. Your Highness, the fight seems to have done you good. Forgive my frankness, but when you got here, you were looking like the grave. But now you seem all right. You do feel a surge of energy. Your curse hurts you and your followers more. The more trouble haunts the kingdom. You have lessened its power by restoring peace and at the trading post and environs. I don't know what that means, that paragraph, but I'm sure it's good. It's good. Oleg, how are you holding up? Staying brave? We must, Your Highness. Looks like there aren't any more of those bottom-feeding bandits in the area. If one wanders in here, I'll handle it myself. When you squish rats and roaches, you need to destroy their nests, not run after separate beasts. Separate beasts. Do you mean another word than separate? It's time for the soldiers to return to the capital. Their place is on the front lines. To the capital it is then, says Jod. I'll keep an eye on these simpletons. They'll get there safe and sound. I'm not sure who were the simpletons here. I assume he's talking about the militia members and the guards, not on Oleg. Which is just... Is he trying to come off as a drill master or something? Is that where what he was going for? Because that is cringe. Duh. And not the good kind of cringe, by the way. Anyway, let's get out of here. Traveling through the First Kingdom. Oh, yeah, the quote, unquote, swallowed. Let's go to Varnhold. Finding herself in the First World, Gilladel was stunned by a wondrous vision. A fantastically bright, iridescent shining in the sky. It was the sun. It took the shrewd ruler only a few seconds to realize that the rainbow patterns in the radiant skies were showing the way to the next portal, and it wasn't far at all. Well, I guess that's that. That we were going to Varnhold. Dread zombie cyclops shadows. Oh, I think we know who we're fighting, don't we? I mean, we're not fighting, but, you know what I mean. The theme of the enemy that is about to assail Varnhold. Or actually, in fact, that already did. Not these ones, mind you. The ones that we heard of in the dialogue. Because apparently they have been fighting in our absence anyway. We just arrived mid-fight. Not mid-fight. After the fight ended. There's a guard over here. Hello, Mr. Guard. Thank you, Your Highness. I thought I was done for. No, you weren't. Oh. A bone cross. Javorn's cross. This unholy relic is fashioned entirely of bone and tied together with rope and skin. While in possession of this item, the DC... Oh, sorry. I bumped my glass of water. The DC to saving throws against this user's channel negative energy increases by 2. Oh, that's interesting. Wait. How does that work? I mean, it's evidently for you because you're that. But can I put that over there? Where does that go? Oh, it's an amulet. Oh. Well, I guess I should have known. I'm gonna keep unlearning the map of Varnhold. How many times have we have to explore this area? No, it wasn't Varnhold. It was the other one, the other town. The one next to the river. Silver Step, I think, or something. But we have found Magar Varn, next to the river. Gilladel, glad to see you with us, Your Highness. Forgive me for leaving the capital without your permission, but I couldn't stay away when your subjects needed help. What's going on in Varnhold? Madness is what? These dead Cyclops came out of nowhere and attacked indiscriminately, and... yeah, because it wouldn't be a problem if they were very discriminate about who they attacked. Then Vorticai himself appeared. The guards sent a message to the capital, and they held the line this whole time. Luckily, they were able to hold on until we could make it. You can charge me with disobedience, Your Highness, but I couldn't ignore their cry for help. Can you stop it with that already, Varn? Like, I have not raised a single complaint. It's the second time you're apologizing. Or not, but whatever. Thanks to me and those who followed, there are far fewer dead, but we still need to destroy their leader. Yeah, where are the city guards? These are all that is left. Our last hope lies with you. Let's send these undead back where they belong, to a deep grave. Lead on, Magar. Let's protect Varnhold. He stands up straight, his mouth curls into a sneer, just like the old days. Second time we're referring to the old days in these fights. I hope that's not a theme, by the way. Diplomacy. Magar stows his weapon and catches his breath. That was a fine battle. Yes, it was. Just like back in my old... Oh, no, not again. In my old squad, when we... Oh, that's a hyphen. Okay. When we know this is no time for war stories. No, by all means, go ahead. I am very used to the game talking for hours when we're in the middle of combat. Not hours, actually, but dozens of minutes. We need to save your kingdom. Let's get to the capital. We'll give those invaders a hammering so good they'll roll to the pit of Gormuz. You feel like you can breathe fully again, like a heavy burden has been lifted from your shoulders. Regaining control of Varnhold weakened the curse cast upon you. How is that going, by the way? Yeah, I figured it would be like 10% lower every time. Because, you know, it's 40% and that's how it works. So Magar Varn is... probably should talk to him a little bit more. Because I don't think he left. He doesn't talk. It's very perturbing. Half the time I think, like, these people are all, like, possessed or something to that extent. We're getting a lot of more options over here, apparently. So we have the Rosslyn Borderlands. Yeah, let's go to Irovetti's palace in Pitax. The moment our leader entered the portal, she was surrounded by blinding green fireflies as big as a fist. Waving away the annoying insects, Gilladel entered another portal without noticing, and then another and another. After several hours of torment, Gilladel managed to find her way to her own world and leave the treacherous paths of that strange reality. Why did you have that? Why? It's just like, why? Why that whole page? What was that for? Also, can you imagine having to go back to our area every time we need to sleep? Man, the whole place is subdued by the lush greenery of the first world. Oh yeah, this place. Diplomacy more! This place was the first one that beat us, wasn't it? I think it was. All of the diplomacy. Why is there a plant over here? A fern or whatever that is. Herbal liqueur. A strong liqueur that contains dozens of different ingredients. That's usually how liqueurs work. At least as far as I know. It's not that I've ever made any. I've drank some. Big castle over here. Ooh, look at the pretty... Oh, nice.
There you are, of course. After all, you couldn't miss it. A mimic cannot exist without a model, nor a villain without a hero. You don't have your own journey or your own story, for you are merely a chapter in my epic. Without me, you simply do not exist.
Can epic be a noun? Yes. Yes, it can. And it means, basically, an epic story. Interesting.
Do you remember when we last met, you said you'd return Pitax to its citizens? It sounded so noble. But in the end, my possessions are returned to me. Both Pitax and the Toady Fairy. Your governor is now my footrest, and as for you, it's time you go to Oblivion. Where you belong.
You think you're a hero? I think you're a common villain. Not the most dangerous I've dispatched.
Everyone thinks they are the hero of their own story, and all the others but a crowd. But do you know what makes us different? Your story is a poor joke that's gone on for far too long. Mine is a legend for the ages. Look around. I am everything I was and all that I could be. All the legends composed about me. My glory was too great to fit into one body. Here is Irovetti, wise ruler. Irovetti, invincible warrior. Irovetti, cunning trickster. Irovetti, sacred champion of Calistria. And who are you? No one and nothing. A minor prop I will use to demonstrate my grandeur to the audience. Well, let us begin. It's time for you to become a part of my history.
Yes, yes. Diplomacy to the face. Ooh. Oh. What's that? Irovetti. Oh. More diplomacy to the face. I don't know if that worked, though. This feels suspicious. This feels suspicious. think the diplomacy worked pretty well. No? Thank you. Words cannot describe how happy I am to see you. It's the second time you have risked your life for my freedom. Plus, you've challenged my old enemy, an eldest whose name I won't dare say out loud here. In gratitude for rescuing me and for his long-awaited defeat, I will provide you with all the help I possibly can. And Liachenza says, thank you for saving my life. You have come once more to free Pitax of a tyrant, and my sword is at your service again. This time we are threatened not by a simple petty tyrant, but by a godlike monster from another world. But I will fight for my city till the last drop of my blood. Pitax has been freed. The chain that binds you to the curse has weakened, but your own freedom and our victory are not yet within our grasp. Let's hurry to the capital. You must prepare for the next step. But first, tell me what became of my sister. How did your encounter at the House of the Edge of Time end? Oh no, yeah, we were able to find common ground. Nerissa was, she'll help us with this war. It's all fine. She frowns. You have made a terrible mistake. Endless generations of innocence, the same as she has destroyed over the past ages, will pay the price for any help she provides us now. You know as well as I that the curse of the eldest has transformed her into a monster. How could you unleash this monster? Right then. Enough talk. It's time to act. Let's go. She didn't actually let me talk after she asked the question. You feel some of your powers return to you. By restoring Pitax, you weakened the curse hanging over you and your followers. Bye. Well, I guess that's that. Oh, we can't see that thing back there. Ooh, treasure. Aw. Satisfaction. Is it? It's not too bad. I believe we have seen that one in particular a couple of times. But, is there not an exit? Apparently there isn't. We must leave the way we came in. That was an interesting thing. Irovetti spawning twice. It's like the one trick the game has. Ambushes. Enemies spawning midway through combat. And this one is just that, but twice. Because, of course, Irovetti was alone, and then all of a sudden a bunch of people show up. Twice. Including Irovetti. So we could go there, Lamashtu's Shrine. Yeah, let's go to the greenish portal. Entering a portal and landing right in the middle of a clearing where an entire family of Owlcat cubs are playing is no trial for the faint of heart. That's all one sentence. Our heroine was lucky, though. The little ones had been having their fun without any parental supervision, and when a strange two-legged creature appeared unexpectedly, they scattered, without waiting for the caretakers of these scared Owlcat cubs to appear on the, quote, playground, unquote. I don't know why. It's just, it never makes any sense, the quotes. Gilladel hurried to the next portal and soon arrived in the right place. Seriously, that one actually makes less sense than usual. Is it not a ground? Were they not playing? What exactly do you think a playground is? It's like, what? I don't. Let's not dwell on that. Let's pretend it didn't happen. Although I will never. So we have some friends over here. Look at that. Our diplomacy is working well enough. It's Sana. Hey, Sana, what's up? Sana's hair is disheveled. Her clothes are covered in dirt and blood. She glares at you fiercely, her eyes filled with bloodthirsty cruelty. The time for empty words and prayers has passed, Gilladel. Lamashtu requires sacrifice, now or never. Are you ready, mortal? Ready to pay the price for the blessing of the mother of beasts? Snap out of it, Sana. The priestess casually wipes drops of blood from her chin, smearing red and pink trails across her skin. It shouldn't be pink, by the way. How would she make pink trails? What the heck? Blood is red. Is she mixing it with white somehow? When I saw the first signs, I left the capital and came here. The voices led me, the voices of those destined to give their lives at the altar. Old Lamashtu feasted well that day. Probably that day. The ground will long be wet with the blood of my knife, or with the blood my knife has spilled. How could you abandon everyone like that? Sana's eyes flash angrily now. And what would you have me give them? Words of encouragement? Solace in the face of death? No, Gilladel. I was of more use here in my goddess's place of power. Speaking of which, she licks her lips as though relishing the taste of something, probably blood. I have done all I can here. It's time to go back. Yeah, I sort of need your help in the capital. Let's go. Lamashtu has had her fill of blood. She has no more need of me here. Tsana strokes the snouts of her two-headed rat. Oh, I didn't realize it was that. Who dives back into the folds of her clothes before shaking the dust from her lap. Oi! Tsana, the priestess of Lamashtu, went to the shrine of her goddess. She might need help in the insanity that's ensued. She might? No, that's the quest completed. Right. Let's go help our Brevik allies, I suppose. I wonder if she would have died if we didn't come over here. But this certainly didn't fix my problems. Let's see. The reddish portal leading to the Rosslyn borderlands. Have you ever seen flying octopuses? These are just taking the piss at this point. It's just like, let's talk about something completely unrelated. Just to delay the pace, to break the pace up. It's like, don't you like watching adverts in the middle of a movie? You do, don't you? Well, of course you do. It's very good for the pacing, you see. Okay, so they are apparently having, or they were apparently having a terrible battle against somebody that showed up. Fortunately, diplomacy worked very well for them. It's gonna work very well for these as well. The game literally brought focus to the enemy spawning on me, which is something it doesn't usually do. That's the first time. Look at me, says the game, spawning enemies behind you, not allowing you to move, which is usually the problem of spawning enemies behind you. Diplomacy to the face. That is a cool sword. Jamandi, what's up? Oh, no. Oh, yes. Oh, they're going. I mean, fair enough. Okay. I kid you not, there were 3 different waves of diplomacy just then. 3 different waves.
Thank you for your help. I cannot lie, we desperately needed it. I fought people and monsters alike, but none of us were ready for an endless horde of phantoms. You've saved my life, and not for the first time. I'm sorry you rejected our alliance. I'm sure that together we would have achieved much more than we could separately.
How did you get here?
I heard reports of something strange and frightening happening in your lands. I gathered my best troops and went to the border to discover if it was a threat to Brevoy. Alas, we became lost in that sorcerous mist, and then those shadows came out of it. I don't know how long we could have held the line, but then a guiding light glimmered through the mist, and soon you appeared.
I hope you forgive my question, because it's a really weird question. But what's going on?
We were hoping you could tell us. It must be the spells of the Fae. Or who else did you manage to enrage? This mist is no mere fog. It bewilders the senses and makes you wander in circles. But phantoms are worse. They appear from out of the mist, and there's no end to them. Shadows of our warriors and barbarians, endlessly repeating a fearful battle, none distinguishing friend and foe.
Will you help me in this crisis?
I thought you said when we last met that you don't need any assistance. No, I only came to ensure the pestilence that's befallen you is not a threat to our own lands.
Okay.
Farewell. I won't deny it, that mist worried me. But now I see that you have the situation under control. I'm sure you will handle it without us, as competently as you always have.
You feel some of your power return. By protecting the border region of your kingdom, you weaken the curse that hangs over you and your followers. Good stuff. And also ended the episode because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, then go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching. And I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.